attempting to fire up the Philco for the first time. Alright, well now as you can see I am back on the Philco, and I have got exactly what I wanted to do done. I basically took the pink wire and connected it directly to this point here, which is the fusible link is up this way. This is a connection point for it, and that is soldered real nice in there now. And I can move this wrap down here out of the way so it covers everything up. And I guess I could do it this way, it'd be easier. There, now like that. There you go. Now that's all out of the way and still connected where it's supposed to be. It's real good. So I'm happy with that, and I think we're going to proceed to connect the make the connections that I referred to in the last video, and get this thing ready to fire up. And once we get that done, we'll bring you back. Also, I'll probably go over the whole thing on the schematic before we get into it, so you'll know exactly where I know you can see it on the radio, but the schematics is a little bit different. Also, I've noticed that the let me back out of here a little bit. Also, I've noticed the schematics, it depends on which one you use. The Philco, I believe, was correct, and when I said the pin 2 of the connects to the 883 over here, I think that was correct on the Philco schematic. Now I think the Riders tells you it's pin 7, the other end of the filament on the 3Q5 that connects over here. So, you know, it just depends on which one you do. It's the same thing, but, you know, it's not really the same, because you have to actually go by what's in the radio and go from there. So I'm going to try out my new extended leads here for this. I think that will be the B+ connection right there, and we've already talked about the on here for the yeah, it's this point here for the minus, and we'll get that done. And like I say, I want to get this all hooked up. I'm going to use the Fluke for the B+ and use the meter K meter for the tube voltage, filament voltage. So also we'll have use the like I usually do, I think you can see it here, the Kodak ZE1 there for the to get our output meter output thing there for the Variac, and we'll know what we're at there, and everything will be hunky-dory. So that's gonna do it on that. Like I say, let me get everything hooked up and we'll bring you back for the fire up. Alright, we're all set up here now. You can see where we have everything connected. We have our B+ here. Our minus point is here at the circuit ground. This is a this is going to be our tube filament voltage over here, and the other camera up here, if you can see that up there, is our B+. Now I know it's not the best setup, but it's good, as good as I can get it for right now, because of the I can get a little better, I guess, like that. I'm hoping you can see it. I'll point out the B+. The B+ is a little bit difficult because of the way the camera tripod is. If it was on this side, I could probably get a lot better shot, but it's not. So I'll have to work with that to get that improved. But anyway, for now, I think you can see the Variac is hot. It's not turned up any, but it is hot. The radio is on, and I'm going to try it. I do have an antenna hooked up. I have a knob for the thing, but it's not really a very good knob, but it is a knob. Let me try to tighten that up a little bit too while I'm at it. Make it a little bit easier to turn. There we go. I think that's it. There we go. Alright. Alright, going to turn her up. There's almost 30 volts. Gotta turn this off here so I don't get any interference from that. Okay, there is, like I say, 30 volts. Nothing showing on either meter. Let's go up to 50 volts. Still nothing showing on either meter. Let me double check make sure this thing is turned on. This thing is backwards. I do know that. Let me go up a little further. Oh, there we got some movement. Finally, about 75 volts. Looks like volt on the B plus. Oh, it's up to 5 now. Tube filament voltage is coming up. Almost to a volt. There's at a volt. And 2 volts. And 3 volts. Watch that. We're at 61 volts on B plus. 4 volts on the filament. Oh, that's my heater kicking in. I thought that was a radio coming on. Okay, so we've maxed out at 4 volts on that and 61 volts on B plus. So we're going to go up a little farther. Let's go up to 100 to see what happens. Everything seems to be normal. All right, there's 107 volts on the filament, 87 volts on the B plus. See if we can turn the radio up a little bit. Well, hey. How about that? Well, I had it there for a minute. Anyway, we're at 100 volts, 7.2 on the filament, 87 on the... We're going to go up a little, about 115. Volume's coming up. 115, 9 volts on the tubes, 9.1. 100 volts on the B plus. See if we can tune in anything. I did have a radio station a minute ago. I don't think I got a good ground here. There it is.
You know, I got someone else working here. I've got 30 of them that have been more than 15.
That's our local station.
That's 700.
In case you couldn't tell. I think this connection here is bad. Seems to be anyway. I wonder if... There we go. So that's 116 volts. We're at 100 volts on the B plus, 9.25 on the filament. I kind of figured it would go up a little bit, but you know, that's at 115 volts, so that's about normal for this range for this year, I would think. So anyway, the radio does work, and we're happy about that. And I don't have the best antenna. I just have an old one of those loop sticks from a stereo connected to it, and you can see it down here just barely. But the radio does work, and we are happy about that. And like I said, I'm going to try to, you know, it gives me indication that at least I can go ahead and you know, go ahead and finish up with the cap replacement and things like that. And so, you know, the radio is going to work. and that's a good thing. So all the tubes are obviously working. So
there's a particular skill set that
I wonder if I can move this around a little bit.
Or have
oh, there you go.
To become wealthy in that world. And
holding it up helps a lot.
But
See if I can find another station.
Well, teachers got.
I doubt it, but you know, never can hurt to try. Nope, nothing there.
They did not use regular people's skill sets to become wealthy.
So that's good.
They used the skill set necessary to grow that particular business. And a construction worker can become an IT professional if they want to be. A teacher can leave and become a doctor if they want to be. You can change. So
we're happy about that. Like I said, I'm going to lay that back down.
And that's what's happening.
I think that's about it for this video. It really wasn't much to it. But like I said, we were successful in the power up. And everything seems to be working. I'm at 120 now volts on my. I wonder how that went up. I didn't touch it. The line voltage must have went up, so probably it was that heater kicking off. I'll bring it back down to 115. I like the tubes voltage at 9.2 better than I did at 9.8. So, like I said, everything's a little high. 87, I think, is the B plus figure that Philco says for this. But like I said, it's you know, we have more power these days, I guess. So. Anyway, that's a look at it. So you guys, I don't know. I'm just kind of flabbergasted that it works, and you know, I'm happy about it, obviously, but just didn't really expect it to work. You guys have a great day. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you